Hello guys, and welcome to another one of my little videos. Before I start this video, I want to give big thanks to my top tier patrons. Bearheart, Derek Bolling, Eduardo, Marin DeMarchi, and The Texorcist. Today's video will be about the first episode of the Book of Boba Fett. Now before I get into spoilers, let me give you my overall thoughts. Some of you may have seen my reaction video to the Book of Boba Fett trailer. And for those who didn't, here it is, because it's very short. Meh. And that actually pretty much sums up how I feel about this first episode of the show. I by no means think it's terrible, but it's nothing really special. But you know what? Maybe I'm just getting old and cynical, because for a bit there I tried to put myself in the shoes of my 12-year-old self. And if something like this came out then, I would have been over the moon. But as it stands, I wasn't really that much into it. To be honest, it felt super unoriginal. I didn't feel anything for the characters, so I couldn't get invested in that, and all the rest was just member berries. That's about all I can say without getting into spoilers, I guess, depending on what you consider spoiler. I actually wouldn't consider anything in this first episode a spoiler, because there's nothing to spoil. Like, pretty much everything happens exactly as you expect it to happen, so let's get into the spoilers anyway. So right at the beginning I was immediately put off by a couple of prequel references. I understand that it's canon, so like it makes sense to include it, and Boba Fett is played by Tamura Morrison, so how much of a prequel reference can you get, right? So I guess it's to be expected that there will be some tie-in to the prequels in some ways. But nevertheless, I wasn't too thrilled with that. But immediately after that, of course, we're treated to what we've been waiting for years, if we're not counting comic books, and it's seeing Boba Fett escape the Sarlacc pit. My first thought was, why is there this like random stormtrooper corpse instead of some of the guys that actually fell in with Boba Fett? But that's just a minor gripe. Overall, I thought this sequence was okay. I thought, I was hoping for something a little more clever in terms of like how he gets out. He basically just digs his way out. First uses his flamethrower, which we don't see what that does, and then he digs his way out. So I don't know. But one thing I was very happy about was that what we see is actually the original Sarlacc without the added tentacles and beak and stuff. That made me really happy. And in the credits, they show these concept arts, and as you can see, they were definitely considering the special edition Sarlacc. But yeah, they went with the pure, unaltered original, so that's pretty cool. Right after that, some more member berries, Jawas and Sand people, one after the other. I mean, it makes sense in terms of the story, but couldn't they maybe like invent something else? At least I thought it was kind of interesting that clearly the Sand people are like a different tribe. And I was hoping we would learn more about their culture and stuff. That could be pretty interesting. And we do a little bit, but not that much really. But we'll see in the following episodes. Maybe we'll get a little more into that. The first scene with the lizard dog thing was pretty suspenseful, so I enjoyed that. And then of course we flash forward to what is now the Mandalorian timeline. Jabba's throne room is recreated pretty faithfully, although again more member berries, so I thought the aliens in the throne room scene were pretty cool, like the prosthetics and stuff looked really good. But again, the story itself is really predictable so far. Like when they brought in the Gamorreans and he hired them instead of killing them, that was like super obvious. Afterwards, we get out and we see some Boston Dynamic robots, which I thought was kind of lame. Like, was it a product placement or was that supposed to be like cool? I don't know. But Why invent your own robots? That would be way cooler. And then, of course, we're treated to some more boring politics. I don't know, I was never a huge Boba Fett fan. I mean, he was sort of just this cool guy in the original films. Not much character to him. So I definitely wasn't like hoping for a Boba Fett film or a TV show. But I don't want to sound overly cynical, you know, I'm sure there are a lot of people who were clamoring for a Boba Fett show, and now they're getting it. But my main disappointment is that we're getting exactly what I would expect a Boba Fett show to be. And I mean, Robert Rodriguez is directing and co-writing this, so I would expect a little bit more, you know? Like maybe he should get his pal Quentin to write the script. That could be really fun. But yeah, I wasn't too thrilled with the story itself. It's kind of boring. Also, how the hell is Max Rebo alive? He was on the barge when it exploded. And if it's not supposed to be Max Rebo, is this species like especially musical or something? Couldn't you invent a new musical alien? It's like only 2 species on Tatooine are allowed to play music or something. Anyway, then we're treated to a predictable action scene, and then the customary parkour rooftop chase. Again, nothing especially interesting or inventive. One thing I found really cool in this sequence, though, was the fact that after what he's been through, Boba Fett now needs the Bacta Tang regularly. So that sort of gives something interesting to the character, a bit of vulnerability. And then I really enjoyed the final sequence with the monster coming out of the sand. That sort of gave me hope for this show. The monster was really cool. It was sort of very Ray Harryhausen. The fight itself was pretty exciting. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. But overall, I really did find the episode pretty meh. So I'm still very much looking forward to the next one, and I hope they have some cool surprises in store for us. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and may the Schwartz be with you.